Hello everyone. So, this is my part 2 series of Genie. Now, this title of this story is Genie and Mr. Mohandas Charandas Tripathi. So, now if you remember, Genie was curious about a little book which was very beautiful and it was very cute, and she really wanted that. And the lady in that big shiny car was very kind enough to not just give her the book, but also kind enough to find a beautiful, caring, nurturing home for Jeannie, and a home that was for kids just like her. So Jeannie was very grateful to that lady because that lady gave Jeannie her first home. Her first home, because Jeannie never have had any home ever. So she was really enjoying it because she was also surrounded by loving, caring people around her and kids who shared the same story just like her. But there was this little streak in Jeannie, a little curiosity, a little adventurous streak in her, which was not yet ready to settle down. So every night at that orphanage, when everyone used to just go to sleep, somehow our little Jeannie would manage to get out of that orphanage and roam around the streets just for a little fun, looking for adventure, or just for the sake of it, she wanted to be out there. Just like that. Not that she wasn't liking her home, she was loving it, but still that curious streak wasn't ready to go. So it was one such night wherein Jeannie just sneaked out of that orphanage, and she was roaming around the street, and she took a few turns, and then she was a little lost, and there she was standing in front of a sprawling huge acres of land in the bustling metropolis of Mumbai. There was this piece of land which was abandoned, and it looked like it was abandoned for years. And there was this huge wrought iron gate which was all rusty, and it was all just covered in cobwebs and all the bad things that you can actually imagine. And then there was in that on that gate, wrought iron gate, there was this board which said, no trespassers please. Now, Cheney was learning to read, so she still couldn't understand what was written. And of course, even if she would have understood, she wouldn't have paid attention. So she squeezed her little body through those wrought iron gates, and she stepped into this abandoned, sprawling acres of land. So there were machines around, and the machines were all rusty. It looked as if this place hasn't been in use or inhabited for years, like years. Things were growing in places. There was tall grass everywhere, and everything looked so ugly and so unkempt. So Jeannie kept walking, and then she stumbles upon this room which had a very beautiful red cherry tomato red color gate. I mean, a door. And that door, in amidst this chaos and amidst this ugliness and in this abandonment, there was this door which was so beautiful. It was squeaky clean, it was shiny, and it was really beautiful. So Jeannie was very curious. She turned the knob on the door and she enters. And as soon as she entered, she was in for a surprise. This room was like out of a picture book. It was out of a fairy tale book. It had Victorian furnitures, scattered here and there. And there was this huge center table, a beautiful chandelier, and Belgian glasses and lamps. And this was a beautiful room. It was a really beautiful room. And then something on the center table caught Jeannie's attention. So she sat down on a beautiful Victorian sofa, and on the table there was a tea. There was a tea set was there with tea in it, of course. And it was a Delft china tea set, and very dainty crockery was there. And on that crockery there was these beautiful cupcakes and scones and these dainty sandwiches. This really amazing meal, like feast, was there. Now Jeannie was a little hungry with her escapade, So she just couldn't help it, and she just like, and she really hated stealing, but there was no one to ask. And she was like, I'm just having a cupcake, right? So what's wrong with it? So she just picked that amazing, yummy, and tantalizing, tempting cupcake, and just as she was about to, eat it, someone caught her hand. There was a grip on her hand. Now, Jeannie was like, she looked here and there. There was no one to be seen. So she was like, she tried to, struggle and, let that cupcake reach her mouth. But something was holding it back, like someone's grip on her hands. And then a voice said, "Hey, little girl, this is my cupcake." And Jeannie was even more confused. More than scared, she was confused. She was like, okay, where is this voice coming from? So she, with one free hand, she rubbed both her eyes and she tried to, open them a little more, and she tried to like look around, like, is there anyone I cannot see? So she is like, I'm really sorry, but where are you? So a voice was like, why do you want to know where am I? I'm right here, little girl. And she was like, I can't see you. And he was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm kind of invisible. And he let go of her hand then. And right in front of that Victorian sofa that Jeannie was sitting on, there was this beautiful mahogany chestnut wood rocking chair, and it started rocking. So Jeannie realized that whoever was talking to her, whoever held her hand, is sitting on that rocking chair. Now the man was like, so so why have you come here? Have you come here to steal my cupcakes? She was like, no, sir, no, like I haven't come here to steal your cupcake. I was just curious about it. So Jeannie was like, so sir, have you ever always been like this? And he's like, what do you mean? Always like this? What is that supposed to mean? She's like, I mean, invisible. Have you always been invisible like this? And he's like, no, little girl, I was also visible like you. I also used to be visible to people. I had a family, I had lots of friends. And then one day, someone, just because of some little money, killed me. And here I am, roaming this place for more than 60 years now. Can you believe it? Jeannie was like, I can't believe it because I'm talking to you, though I can't see you. He was like, you see that painting up there on the wall? She was like, oh yeah, that's a handsome gentleman. He's like, oh, thank you, little girl. That handsome gentleman is me. I also had a daughter. She was older than you, of course, older than you, but you remind me of her. So what are you doing here? She was like, she just went blah 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 blah, and she was like the kind lady in the car. She was kind, and she got me into an orphanage. Blah blah blah. So he was like, okay, okay. I get the gist. So you have this adventure streak in you, and you roam around the streets of Mumbai looking for adventure, huh? You're a brave little girl, aren't you? She was like, yeah, thank you. I like the term brave for me. And yes, I'm not that much of brave, but I do like curiosity. So when I walked into this sprawling acre of abandonment, when I see this red door, I just got very curious. That's why I came in here. So he was like, oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. So what's your name, little girl? And she was like, she straightened her back and she was like, my name is Jeannie. What's yours? And he was like, so Ghost also straightened his back, of course, everything invisible. And he's like, my name is Seth Mohandas Charandas Tripathi. And Jeannie was like, wow, that's a big name, and impressive too. He was like, yeah, I was once an impressive man. And then they got talking. Like they were chuckling, they were giggling, they were talking. So after a while, Jeannie is like, so Mr. Mohandas Charandas Tripathi, where do we stand on the cupcake? Can I have a cupcake, please? He was like, ha ha ha. You know, he laughed like that. Now, I don't really know how to do a ghostly laugh, but he laughed and he was like, sure, sure, little girl, not just cupcake. You can have scones, you can have dainty pastries and whatnot, whatever that you like. You can have a croissant, a coffee, tea. Just treat yourself. I'm your friend. From now, we're friends. So Jeannie had her, you know, share of cupcake and she ate some croissant and she said goodbye to Mr. Mohandas Charandas Tripathi. And after that, every night she would sneak out of the orphanage to meet her old friend, to meet her ghost friend. And it was one of the, and she really liked it because she would talk to him about everything. He would teach her about science, he would teach her about, you know, things that he knew about the universe and everything. And Jeannie was happy with her friendship. She had her first friend and he was invisible, but it was a beautiful friendship. So anyways, I hope you guys really liked it. Do let me know how you like it. Bye.